إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعينه ونستنصره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صفيه وخليله، بعثه الله هاديا ومبشرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا، فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين. أما بعد، أيها الإخوة المؤمنون، أيتها الأخوات المؤمنات، في هذه الأيام من السنة نمر بأعياد الميلاد المجيدة للديانة المسيحية. وطالما نحن نعيش في هذه البلاد فينبغي علينا أن نلقي الضوء على تلك الحقبة المضيئة في تاريخ المسيحية، ونلقي الضوء على تعاليمنا نحن المسلمين تجاه هذه الديانة، وكيف نؤمن بشخص عيسى عليه السلام وبشخص مريم البتول عليها السلام. لأنه أولادنا بيروحوا على المدارس يختلطوا فيهم، بدهم يسألوا: ما تعتقدون بديننا؟ ماذا تقولون عن ديننا؟ ماذا تقولون عن نبينا؟ ماذا تقولون عن مريم؟ فقد يسأل الأولاد هذا، وخاصة في هذه الأيام فينبغي أن نتحصن بحصانة العلم التي جاءنا بها القرآن. فنقول ابتداء أن القرآن سمى سورتين عظيمتين في الكتاب بآل مريم ومريم، بآل عمران ومريم. في سورتين في القرآن، آل عمران ومريم، تتحدثان بشكل خاص عن مريم البتول عليها السلام وعن النبي عيسى عليه السلام. As you know that in this time of the year we're coming close to the Christmas times when people who following the Christianity celebrating the birth of Jesus alayhi salam, and they have their own celebration. So, and we as Muslims who believe in the religion of Islam, we're interacting with them, our kids interacting in the school with people of different faith. So it is very important to know what is our faith saying about Christianity, and what is our faith saying about Mary and about Jesus. Our kids will be asked continuously about what do you think about Christianity and about Jesus and about Maryam alayhi salam. Mary in English, Maryam in Arabic. So to start with, and you all know that in the Quran there is 2 chapters. One chapter called Al-Imran, the family of Imran. And the second chapter, Maryam. It was specifically designated to talk about the life of Maryam alayhi salam, to know about Maryam, this great lady, and to talk about Jesus alayhi salam. And the name of Jesus was mentioned in the Quran 23 times in different places in the Quran. So Jesus alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, is the prophet of Islam. As Musa, as Nuh, as all the prophets, they are the prophets of Islam. So knowing about those great people, it's a part of our aqidah, part of our faith. You can't be ignorant about Jesus alayhi salam. You have to know him. He's your prophet. And Maryam alayhi salam, you have to know her. She's a great lady that she was abused, as her son was abused as well. We are in front of 2 dilemmas here. And Islam take a middle path. The first dilemma saying that Jesus is not only prophet. Jesus is a God. And this aqidah, this faith was not accepted by Islam. And other faiths saying Jesus is not born, and Jesus is a false prophet. And he came from not pure virgin woman. They accused Mary in her virginity. So that's wrong. Islam did not believe in both ways. Islam said Jesus alayhi salam is a prophet, and he came from a virgin woman. And here, question mark. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring someone from a virgin woman? How that's happened? This is the miracle of Jesus. This is one of the miracle of Jesus. And one of the amazing miracle of Jesus. And it is very similar to the miracle of Eve. It is very similar to the miracle of Adam. It is very similar to the miracle of every one of us. Because every one of us was born from a mother and father. This is a normal way. Father and mother. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His creation, He created in fourth way. And there is no fifth way for His creation. First way, He created Adam, no father and no mother. To tell you that when He say kun, fayakun. When He say to be, it will be. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants something, it will happen. So He's telling us that He can create a person from no father and no mother. And that is Adam. And it is more difficult. And it is more difficult. From clay, Adam alayhi salam came to us as our father, no mother and no father. Would Allah be able to do that? Yes. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it in the Quran. He said, إِنَّ مَثَلَ عِيسَى عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ آدَمَ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ تُرَابٍ ثُمَّ قَالَ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونُ. That the example of Isa alayhi salam in his creation is very similar to the example of Adam alayhi salam. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, be, it's happened. And it's done. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Eve from Adam. And even this is in Christianity and in Judaism, that Eve came from a father with no mother. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Jesus alayhi salam from mother with no father. But let's talk first about this great lady to elaborate on her life. Maryam alayhi salam. Maryam, a devoted lady. Maryam, a worshipper. Maryam, a modest. The modest. Maryam, the virgin. Maryam, we need Maryam in this time. And we need the example of Maryam, not only for our women and for our men. Maryam alayhi salam in the Quran and the chapter of Mary in the Quran was an example, was a model for the humanity. And one of the greatest women, as the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, Maryam ibn Imran, and Fatima bint Muhammad, and Khadija bint Khuwaylid, and Asiya bint Muzahim, one of the greatest ladies that we look up to, Maryam alayhi salam. And we are in the time of difficulty that we need a model for us. And this model is needed deeply for our woman. Maryam, she doesn't have a makeup. And she's not after parties. And not after men to meet men after. No. Maryam alayhi salam in her life, when you look at her life and look at this beautiful description in the Quran, was devoted in the mihrab. Her place was the mihrab. She doesn't invite. She's not a woman. She spent all her time, most of her time, mentioning Allah's name. And you know what? Because she was under the custody of one great man as well. In the Jewish tradition, or in the Bani Israeli tradition, when a baby born, and her mother was waiting for a baby boy, Hannah, the wife of Imran, the father of Maryam, named Imran. her mother named Hannah. إن الله اصطفى آدم وإن الله اصطفى نوحا وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران على العالمين ذرية بعضها من بعض. So the father ومريم ابنة عمران. So the father of Maryam, his name Umran. So remember this name. It has to be remembered. And who's Imran? Imran used to be the leader of the prayer in the Haykal, in the place of worship. So her father also devoted his life to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And her mom, Hannah, her mother, Hannah, she's also one of the devoted lady to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And look at this beautiful. إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَى آدَمَ وَنُوحًا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Adam and Nuh and Ala Ibrahim and Ala Imran ala al-alamin. Above all human beings. ذُرِّيَّةً بَعْضُهَا مِنْ بَعْضٍ. They are a great family. They are great offsprings from each other. That's the all great people, mashallah. So Imran, as was the leader, he passed away, and they had to put Maryam, after the passing away of her dad Imran, under the custody, according to the tradition, under the custody of the religious people. The religious people, they have to take care about Maryam because she's belonging to a devout family. So someone from the devoted leaders, religious leader, has to take care about Maryam. And they have argument. They argue with each other. They argued a lot. Everyone wants to take this honorable things. They want to take these honorable things to say, Maryam under my custody. So they have differences. وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ يَكْفُلُ مَرْيَمَ. Who's going to take Maryam? They have division among themselves. Who's going to take Maryam in his custody? And it was that they used to do qur'ah, that they throw something and they throw their pens, and pen, according to the direction, it was directed to Zachariah. So it was under the custody of Zachariah. And who's Zachariah? Zachariah is one of the prophets. And he's the father of Yohanna al-Ma'madan, of Yahya. He is also Yahya a prophet. So ذُرِّيَّةً بَعْضُهَا مِنْ بَعْضٍ. They are a great family. When Zachariah take care about Maryam, and you know who Zachariah is, a devoted man, that he lets Maryam having her own privacy. And he designated for her in his home a room for her. It is shaped as a hrab at this corner here. So whenever he entered into the room of Maryam to see what she's doing, she's not watching TV. She's not backbiting. She's not calling someone names. She doesn't have time for that. She's a woman, even till now, when they want to draw Maryam, they draw her with her hijab. Even non-Muslims, when they draw Maryam today, they draw her with the hijab. And they draw her with the beauty of the face, a lighting face. Why? She was a lady of loyalty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She was loyal to Allah. She's spending most of her time in ibadah. When Zachariah entered her room, كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. I didn't bring any food to her. Zachariah, he did not bring food to her. Whenever he entered her room, he used to find rizq in her room. And when he asked her, Maryam, from where this rizq? She used to say, ذلك من عند الله. It's repeatedly, كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. And the ulama said, the fruits of the summer in the winter and the fruit of the winter in the summer. There were no special places there in that time that to grow fruits in the summertime. No, they were not like that. It was a miracle of Maryam alayhi salam that she has the fruit of the winter in the summer and the fruit of the summer in the winter. This is a miracle of Maryam alayhi salam. كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا قال يا مريم أنى لك هذا قالت هو من عند الله إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَرْزُقُ مَن يَشَاءُ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. When Zechariah looked at this beautiful lady, he wished he has a son or a daughter that to be devoted to Allah. He wished not to have a son that having a degree from Harvard or having a degree from there. No, when he looked at Maryam, he said, هنالك دعا زكريا ربه قال رب هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة إنك سميع الدعاء. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him Yahya, Job. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him Yahya. Because this picture that Zechariah used to see on daily basis, it's making something amazing. That he see an amazing lady. So that's an example that Zechariah himself loved the most. So Maryam has to be a model for our girls, for our ladies, for our mothers. It has to be a model for all of us. And look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described there. Chosen Maryam. Chosen Maryam, he said, وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَطَهَّرَكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ يا مريم اقنتي لربك واسجدي واركعي مع الراكعين ذلك من أنباء الغيب نوحيه إليك. ذلك من أنباء الغيب نوحيه إليك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described Maryam in a wonderful way. And he said, the malaika chosen Adam. إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله اصطفاك. Allah chosen you. وطهرك. And he cleaned you. He purified you. That the hadith said the shaitan will touch any newborn. Because as you know, the shaitan has a problem with these offsprings of Adam. So every born come to this life, it will be touched by the shaitan is to show some control over him, except Maryam alayhi salam and her son. That she, وَطَهَّرَكِ, Allah purified you. وَاصْطَفَاكِ again, twice. The Malaika chose the word اصطفاكِ twice. And in the middle, طهرك. إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله اصطفاك وطهرك واصطفاك على نساء العالمين. Ya Maryam, what is the request? What is required from you? Because Allah has chosen you. What is the requirement? Ya Maryam, uqnuti li rabbiki. Stand up in salah. Therefore, we say the salah of a Christian supposed to be very similar to the salah of the Muslims. Ya Maryam, uqnuti. Qunut, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while you are standing up. Ya Maryam, uqnuti li rabbiki wasjudi. Prostrate to Allah. Warka'i, bow to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ma'ar raki'in. That they used to do also ruku' and they used to do sujood as well. We need Maryam in our time as an example. We need Maryam for us to devote our life to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will have to look at this picture, at this bright picture of the Quran Kareem as an example. Allah is not telling us the example of those great people only to pass over them and to read their story. Oh, they were noble people, they were good people, and that's it. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling you the story of Maryam for a reason. That you have to be similar to Maryam. And not to be similar to the wife of Noah. And not to be similar to the wife of Lut. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving you examples in the Quran that even the prophets, they have bad wives and they have bad women. So don't be similar to those and be similar to Maryam. Some ladies, they spend all their time talking and they're biting and gossiping and talking about others, while other ladies, you can see them in their mihrab. In their mihrab. They don't care about the dunya. And you can see them, mashallah, in haram. In the haram. You can see in Mecca, ladies who pray sincerely. And if we have good mothers, like Maryam, we will have good community. And we will have good ummah. Because the mothers is the key for the success of nations. The mothers are the key of the success of nations. If you see women who devote their life to the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's mean we are going up. And if you see our mothers devoting themselves to the dunya and to this life, then you can see that the narrow is going down. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all and fix our heart in His path. أستغفرك ربي لا أحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله عباد الله اعلموا أن الله قد أمركم بأمر عظيم بدأ به بنفسه وسن به على ملائكة عرشه وسلس به على عباده الصالحين فقال عز من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى من سار بهديه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الأربعة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي واجعلنا اللهم في زمرتهم يوم ما ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. When the first immigration happened to Habasha, Najashi was the leader there, and he was a priest. And they accused Muslims, the non-Muslims in the Jazeera, the Mushrikeen who used to live in Mecca, they accused our Prophet ﷺ that he's saying bad things about Maryam. And they mentioned that to the group who immigrated from Mecca to Medina. And the Najashi got angry. And he said, you're accusing Maryam? And you're accusing her son? They said, no, we're not. He said, what do you say then about it? What do you say about Maryam? They said, we say what Allah said. He said, what your God said? He said, and they start reading, واذكر في الكتاب مريم إذ انتبذت من أهلها مكانا شرقيا فاتخذت من دونهم حجابا فأرسلنا إليها روحا فتمثل لها بشرا سويا. He is reciting, and the one who is translating to the language of Najashi is translating exactly what's being recited. And while the recitation going on, they looked at the Najashi and they saw his tears coming. And they said, I swear by Allah, I swear by your God, that the thing that I heard today is coming from the same source. Coming from the same source. That Jesus what we have. This is Jesus and this is Mary, whom we believe. So this is something very important. And today we are in another immigration. We immigrated to this country, and we immigrated, and this country is dealing with us in a wonderful manner, that we all can eat here, alhamdulillah. So we have to treat this country as the first immigration happened. The first immigration, they built Habasha, and they built this nation. Then we are here also. We have to be similar. When we immigrated here, the people here treated us with respect. They treated us with dignity. They treated us with loyalty, and we have to be loyal to the country we're living in, because we are part of it now. So, and we call to the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the same way that the first immigration happened. That's why we have to know about Maryam alayhi salam. We have to know about Jesus alayhi salam. اللهم برحمتك نحدث وعليك نتكل لا تكلنا بأنفسنا طرفة عين واخذ بناصيتنا إلى الخير. اللهم إنا نسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله. اللهم اجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم اجعل مريم عليه السلام قدوة لنا ولبناتنا ولنسائنا. اللهم واجعل عيسى عليه السلام قدوة لنا ولشبابنا ولرجالنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تعلمنا ديننا الذي به عصمة أمرنا. اللهم لا تضلنا بعد هدى. اللهم إنا نسألك هداية لقلوبنا وهداية لأسماعنا وهداية لأبصارنا. Is among us a dear guest. He's coming from Lebanon, from Dar al-Fatwa in the Lebanese Republic. And he's a lawyer as well, and his name, Brother Muhammad Murad. He's among us, and those who want to talk to him, inshallah, after the salah, he's here, he's among us. If you have any question regarding extremism or anything that's related to Islam, he will be also there, inshallah, to help answer any question, and he likes to be with the community as well. جزاكم الله خير وقوم الله صلاة.